All right, so I'm gonna play this all the way through. Then I'm gonna give you my analysis. So let's get into it. All right, now as you can see, play one more time. Computer goes for a shot. Horrible shot attempt. Uh, Great defense on it. I put great defense on it. At least this guy, he didn't even try to jump. So if you know, if I didn't step in to try to block that, he would have made it, right? Because this dude, he just backs completely out. That's why a lot of times I wind up leaving players open to get open shots and things of that nature, due to the fact that I always have to perform some sort of help defense. I know my computer, they're trying to allow the opposing team's computer to score. Right, the algorithm, they make your teammates play bad defense a lot of times. But beyond that, all right, so I put the defense on it and he misses the shot. Here's what I wanted to point out. Now, what he did was he got a putback, right? Now, if you look at where everything is right now, there's no way that he could get over there in this area that he got in to get the putback, right? But that is why this right here happens. Pay attention, man. Even I noticed even the camera is bad this year. Like even the camera is bad. That lets me know. That lets you know that they just slapped this game together and they just put it out. But France, the guy with the afro on the Celtics, pay attention to his feet when he goes for the box out. This is how the lane, that little area got opened up for him to be able to get the putback. And then my guy right here, Murray, he does not even jump to try to get the rebound. And he's a 90 plus rating on the rebound. He didn't even try to get it. Watch his feet. Look what happens. All right, watch this. Do you see that? Let's get it from this angle. Look at his feet and how he was allowed to just standing still, slide back and move everyone out the way. Right? You see that? He's standing still and he just slides and pushes everything. He just bogarts everything out of the way and opens that whole area up for him to be able to get the putback. When I have a man right here who's a better rebounder, he's just standing there. He's not even, it's like he doesn't even care about anything that's going on. He's just standing there. Right? This is how computer is always allowed to stay in the game when they have no business being close to you in terms of the score. Because they're always getting bailed out. They're allowed to make movements around the court and in certain situations that you would never be allowed to get away with. Computer, the laws of physics does not apply to computer in the way that it has to apply to your players and your teammates. Right? They could just slide around. Everything works out for them perfectly because the algorithm in previous years of 2K, the algorithm always cheated, but it would shift back and forth a lot of times, right? So you'll get off, then computer start cheating and getting off. Then the algorithm, it also would cheat for you, right? Because it's a momentum swing. This year, I don't really see a momentum swing like that. It's just like from right off the jump, everything seems to be leaning towards the favor of the computer. I haven't played another person in this yet, so I don't know how the algorithm works. I would just imagine that it's more balanced, but it really just shouldn't exist because you're negating the impact of skill difference, right? You're negating the algorithm allows for worse players to win with more consistency than they should be allowed to because the game is winning for them. The game is playing for them. All right, it's shifting everything their way. It's helping them get away with things they should never be allowed to get away with. All right, look at this one more time. The man, he legit just slid. This bucket would have never been allowed to happen because look, he got a foot in his rib cage. But when you look at it, all of that is cut off to him. Now let's look at it from this angle and see how all of this plays out. All of it is cut off to him. Watch what happens. Do you see that? Just like voila, like parting the sea, everything opened up for him to be able to get over there in that area. My player behind him, he's just forced to slide right along with him, right? It makes no sense. See, if this was you trying to box out, you have to get in the box out stance, and you actually have to put some muscle in it and try to push the man out of the way. Computers just standing there and they just slide and everything moves. It makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. All right. This to me, in my opinion, relative for the time, this is without a doubt the worst 2K that they have ever released. It's the worst 2K that they have ever released, and I'm seriously considering not even doing these videos anymore because I just it's hard to stomach playing it sometimes. All right, so a lot of times I do videos. It may seem like I'm playing or every day, but I just play for like an hour one day, and I get like 5 to 10 clips, and I just release them throughout the week, and just not even play for a while because it's just so difficult to stomach. Whereas 2K21, I probably played that every day. All right, because it made more sense at least. It was still garbage. It was horrible. But it is nowhere near close to being as bad as this one right here. This is just pure trash. All right. Anyway, peace. All right, so I'm gonna play this all the way through. Maybe not all the way through, because I just want to show something right here. All right, so right here you see my man. Now this is me right here. All right. And what I want to do, obviously, is I want to get the offensive rebound. All right, it's an obvious thing that you want to do. And I see it coming down. And so I press the button to jump, to snatch it. And I have a far more dominant rebounder than what this dude is. This dude right here is averaging about 10 rebounds, right? He's a dominant rebounder. And I go to jump for it, right? And I'm in a better position. I'm a better rebounder, and I'm a larger player. Right? Everything is in my favor. But because what? This is one of these situations that I talk about when I say predetermined outcome or a forced, contrived outcome, right? Where it's not just about your ability to play, it's about what it is that the game wanted to happen. Why is that a problem? Because that's not what basketball or really anything that is competitive is about. Right? It's not about this omnipresent hidden hand that's determining what's going to happen next or what can or cannot happen. Basketball is about your ability to play, right? Or even in a video game, it's about, or at least it should be about your intelligence, your ability to play well, your timing, positioning, things of that nature, right? In 2K, you can have all of those things down pat. You can have it perfectly, but there's going to be certain instances where something is not going to play out in your benefit, not because of something you did wrong, but because the algorithm wanted something else to happen, right? It decided that something else was going to occur and you did not have any control over that. Now, sometimes in other instances, if you're playing this game, something will turn out in your benefit because the algorithm decided it was going to go your way, right? So it goes both ways. In previous years, the algorithm was more balanced. It always cheated, but it was more balanced, right? But there shouldn't be an algorithm at all. It shouldn't be there at all, right? But in 22, the algorithm seems to be 80-20 computer, right? Mainly when you're playing a computer, it seems to be 80-20 or even worse than that. It seems to almost always be in benefit of the computer. Now continuing, all right, so he shoots this shot, and I want to show you I said that to lead up to this point right here. I want to show you this instance right here, right? Where now this could have just been a scenario where the algorithm was wanted to cheat, but it didn't quite pan out correctly. That happens also where the algorithm is trying to play you, but it don't necessarily go exactly how they wanted it to go, due to the fact that when they programmed it to do what it's doing, they have to try to be as subtle as they possibly can be about how they're cheating you. It's not supposed to be that obvious that they kind of scripted the game to work against your benefit a lot of times. But this could also be a situation where the algorithm was on my side, right? Because he reaches in, which I feel like he shouldn't even been allowed to do this. But he reaches in, right, and the ball is in his hand. So rightfully, it should probably be his rebound. But watch what happens. It goes through his hand and it kind of magnetizes to my hand, right? That was a scripted outcome. That was something that was desired to happen by the algorithm, right? Either way, all right? But that'll do it for this video. Peace.